worker was. The other end of the steel is also connected to a huge mud. Such a rare situation. The doctors immediately started to save him, however. The director is busy with another operation. At this time, Rui Jing had no choice but to call and contact the director, report the situation to the doctor. The director asked Rui Jing to check if there was any internal bleeding, but just when? The medical staff were delivering a weapon. The accident happened suddenly with the accident of steel. The injured man's blood immediately came out. The medical staff at the scene suddenly started to make trouble. Rui Jing was even more scared to stand still, no matter how he called his colleagues. He was standing there, not moving. After the director learned of the emergency situation, he yelled in anger at the phone. "President Yun, yes, I'm here. Please tell me it's 10 minutes. I'll be there in 10 minutes. You know what to do? 10 minutes, yes. I understand." Then Rui Jing ordered his assistant to be ready. He was going to make a cut in the victim's abdomen. Everyone advised him. To do this was too risky, but Rui Jing said if he didn't find the blood point now, then the abdomen will soon have a lot of blood. By then, no one will be able to return to heaven. After the victim's abdomen was cut open, a mouthful Rui Jing directly put his hand in the victim's abdomen. He looked around. At this time, the blood pressure of the victim was rapidly decreasing. The colleagues were also nervous and afraid to say a word. And Rui Jing was even more nervous and trembling. At this time, everyone finally took a breath. The blood pressure of the victim was also slowly recovering. At the same time, the director's surgery was also close to completion. He asked how the victim was doing. Rui Jing said, "The victim is now stable. He is now giving the victim blood." My index finger. The doctors in the operating room were surprised. Then, with the help of other medical personnel, Rui Jing was kneeling on the operating bed. He was pushed into the operating room. After that, Rui Jing was eating. The colleagues were impressed by his heroic performance. He also laughed and said that everyone gave him a nickname, called Index Finger Queen. When he was enjoying the praise of his colleagues happily, the deputy director suddenly walked in. "Are you going to eat?" It turned out that in order to save the worker just now, Rui Jing ignored another patient who came earlier. The patient's surface was just a little difficult to breathe. In fact, the patient has acute respiratory syndrome. If it weren't for the intern, Dongju found out in time, the patient is now dead. Rui Jing's face is full of guilt and fear. If the patient died because of his negligence, he may not forgive himself for the rest of his life. But don't wait for him to be sad. A fever patient in the emergency room. Little red book.